Hello, hello! I'm Uwe and I'm playing Fire Rock for you. Fire Rock, a very funny game. Yeah, let's just get going. In 3, 2, 1. Right, so here we are. So in Fire Rock we play this barbarian and he's incredibly bouncy and slippery. It controls like no other game, I think. It's kind of funny how you basically bounce with every step, and it seems a bit random. It's hard to predict. The goal of every stage is to collect 4 special items, 4 keys basically, and defeat 4 bosses. If you don't do that, the exit door doesn't unlock, so even if you get to the exit door, you need these 4 key items and you need to defeat the 4 bosses. If a room does not have a boss, then it will spawn these little enemies here infinitely. Here's a key item. Just need to jump around the bend there, and then also grab onto the wall. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's our first key item. Just grabbing some stuff here, and right back through the next door, and then we'll see our first boss here. First boss. He's basically just a bunch of guts, I guess. And he's done. That was even quicker than normal. So I'm collecting these meat items. Meat makes you jump higher, and you're going to jump very high after a while. Here I wanna use a little trick. Let's see if I can make it. There we go. So that's a funny little trick. When you collect an item, you get the opportunity to double jump for a short moment. I guess the item has some collision or something before it's being collected. And I used it there to get to the key item. Otherwise you need more jumping power. I'd have to collect a lot more meat to get to that item. Here's our next boss. I think the manual calls it the skeleton werebed. He's basically only vulnerable at the head, more or less. That's pretty much a thing with all the bosses. They have tiny weak spots that you have to hit. Not doing very well with my hits here, but there we go. He doesn't take a lot of damage either. I'm gonna fall into the lava. Can we grab this meat? And he's already the next boss. The stages aren't really all that big once you know where to go. This one also just has a small weak point here at the top. And you might notice I'm not throwing torches anymore. So when you collect torch items, your weapon upgrades. At first it's just still the torch, but with a higher fire rate. And when you collect 8 torches, I think, you get the maximum upgrade. That's this other weapon here, which is called the Fire Rock, incidentally. And it has a longer throwing distance, basically, longer throwing arch, which is important for some bosses. We need one last key item over there, the nice key. Don't want to fall into the lava ideally though. Okay, and one... Alright, there's another key item here. I forgot this one, but it's on the way. Just have to get it. Alright, that's the key items done. Just one last boss. No, up here. This swarm. And it's kinda hard to get up here in the first place. There we go, lucky jump. And the swarm also has a tiny weak spot. Just 1 or 2 of these enemies are actually vulnerable. And there we go. That's stage... Oh, there's my shield. Doesn't matter. That's stage 1 of Fire Rock. So, you immediately lose your shield, or your barrier, as the manual calls it, when you touch lava. The shield takes hits for you instead of your health. So usually it's really useful. It also reduces the knockback a lot, which is super important in some places. But if you touch lava, you immediately lose it, no matter how much shield you have. You lose it and you take damage. So here's the second stage. There's a tricky little jump I have to do here. Not like that. So I want to jump over there, but I have to jump super late for that. And I'm probably gonna take a death here. But if I don't make the jump, then I have to go quite a bit around, so I'll risk a few lives on this. Didn't quite make it. I got over there, but I couldn't climb up too low. Yeah, it's gonna be a death. I'll risk a few lives on this. So even if I lose all lives, I just have to restart the current stage, and we are at the start of this stage, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just keep trying here until I get it. There we go. Very tight jump. And that lets me get this key item up here. And if I don't grab it here at the start, then it would take a bit for me to get back down here. Okay, here's our first boss. We've seen this guy before, it's just the guts thing again. Pretty easy. A few bosses are repeated, especially the swarm bosses. Come up in not sure, every stage? Maybe almost every stage. Here's a funny little jumping section. Oh, didn't make it. Okay. Get up, get up, get up. No, get up. Up there. No, come on. Usually, I can... There's a really nice way to do this where I just jump right and then jump left, but it's pretty tight. Doesn't always work out. Next boss, these 2 bats. Only the left one is vulnerable. And I lost my shield, so I'll do the safe and slightly slower strat here. So with the shield I would usually risk to jump to the left wall there and try to attack the bat from the left side. It's also a bit risky because as it's moving around it will move over there and touch me, but with the shield it's usually tolerable. But without the shield I'd probably not make it over there in the first place and not survive over there. So instead I'm gonna stand here. When the right bat comes near, I'm hiding in the middle. And there we go. That was a pretty decent safe fight. Grab the key item here. Some other stuff if I don't fall down. Maybe this meat if I can get it. There we go. Grab some more stuff. Oh! Lost my shield. And you can see here you can wrap around horizontally if there's no wall. Not a lot of games do that, I think. I guess the closest association would be Kid Icarus, and this game is like Kid Icarus in some ways, I think. In the way it looks and the way the stages are vertically. Also here's a funny little jumping section. I have to jump over there to get the key. Pretty risky to fall into the lava. We already have another boss spawned here. But while the boss is active, I'm gonna go around and collect some items. That's a pretty useful strategy. So while the boss is active, no small enemies will spawn. These are really annoying, especially when climbing. Oh, so here I'm gonna try the double jump again. There we go. Use the double jump from the meat item. The double jump, I think it's a pretty neat tech, but it doesn't get much use. It's not really that useful a lot of the time. Just in a few places. Here's the boss. Oh, he got me. This boss is actually pretty easy, but I don't want to touch it. As soon as I can get into place, it's gonna be a pretty easy fight here. Okay, I just have to deal with it before it comes down. I'm gonna leave this heart here because I might need it later. Oh, okay, well that works. Oh, or not. Okay, there we go. Another swarm boss. The weak point is down here, so I wanna get down here, but that also means I have to kinda get through the swarm. Even if I use the wraparound on the screen edge, I'll have to get through the swarm a little bit. There we go, swarm dealt with. Now I just have to get to the exit. And now there's no boss active, so the little enemies will spawn. And I have a long climb here. And these little enemies can hit me down from my climb really easily, so the shield helps a lot here. Thankfully they didn't touch me this time. And there we go, that's this stage done. You keep thinking the big heart is an item. No, it's... So, the big heart is a funny way to display your health. The big heart at the top, there it comes, rises up. Depending on how fast it beats, that kind of shows how much health you have. And I think I'm not sure which way it goes. The more health, the faster, or the other way. It's not very readable, really. And as soon as you get the barrier, it disappears anyway. It flies down to you, and then you don't even see that. Luckily, on the pause screen you can see your health down there. On the left side, that's your HP. On the right side, that's your barrier points. Oh, there goes my shield. There goes a lot of health as well. Okay, grab the key. No, don't fall down. Okay. I actually want to take the upper door here, so I'd like to get out of here again. There we go. Don't... Okay, 3 HP, that's still okay. Just have to get into the door. Of course, the doors also have tiny hitboxes. It's not enough to touch the visible door sprite. No, there's like a tiny spot, a bit on the left side of the center, that you have to touch. There we go. Next boss. This one, not very difficult, but pretty slow, because the head is the weak point and it moves around a lot, so you can't hit the head that well. So I'm just gonna go left and right and wait for my chance to get some hits in. Come on, get over there. Yeah, the physics of this game are if you wanna call it that, are really special. I don't think it's true, or at least there's no real proof to that yet, but people have joked that this game is based on a pinball game, and that's why the physics is this way. So, the same developer, not actually sure if that's the same company, but it probably is, but the same name, Mark Flint, also made a pinball game for the Famicom Disk System. It's called Moonball Magic. And that's why people... Oh damn. That's why people joke that this is based on a pinball game. And I mean, it is very bouncy. Okay, so boss defeated. Now I need to get the key item up there, and that's actually the bigger challenge. Possibly. Especially if you look closely, the smaller platforms in this room are all slanted. There's no flat space to stand on them. You will constantly slide around. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I have to go around again. Accidentally bounced into that door. We're gonna be right back there. Come on, get in. There we go. Okay, in a pinch I can climb up here. Also managed to grab this. There goes my shield again. Okay, get the torch. Here's the next boss. I really like these guys. They look so funny. Only the lower head is vulnerable. I just have to get down there. Oh, well. Was I lose that? No, not again. Give me the shield, don't lose it, no! Okay. Yeah, and the flames get me, of course. So, when the bosses die, you see these flames. Sometimes they move, sometimes they don't. There's even a weird glitch where they'll zoom across the screen at high speed, and they can hit you. After the boss died, it can still hit you. Okay, so here's another boss spawning. You can see by the color palette change that a boss is in the room. So in some rooms, you can get into the room from several doors, and depending on which door you use, the boss spawns or doesn't spawn. So it's basically dependent on the door whether the boss will appear. Here's the next boss. This cute little squid guy. Oh damn. No! Taking a lot of lava hits this run. More than usual. Okay. There's one difficult boss coming up. And it wouldn't hurt to have a shield for it. And also this long climb here. Again, for a climb you really want to have a shield, otherwise as soon as an enemy touches you, you're probably gonna go all the way down. Okay, so here's the difficult boss, this big cell cluster down there. First we're gonna grab some items. That's just difficult to get into position here. I usually try to fall down from here with hopefully good timing. Well, it looks like it's further away from that. Okay, here we go. Now into position. And over here I'm mostly safe. Just have to get up when it's closer. And done. Nice. Very good fight here. I don't want to take this door. I often accidentally run into the door to the left because it's just the first door that's visible. Oh, there goes my shield again, but I don't need it anymore. Here's another funny prank they're playing on us. Before the exit door, there's this lava pool you have to get across. So you definitely lose some health here. And that's stage 3. We're making decent progress here. I gave a pretty generous estimate, but that's because a run can go wrong. Yeah, if you take enough deaths, you lose all your 4 lives, you have to repeat the stage. That can be quite a time loss. Sometimes it can take a minute or two just to grab an item I need, if you bounce around a lot. This stage obviously has a very different visual theme. It's all vines, all overgrown. And up here, the main section of this stage is a big one-way wall maze. Okay, I guess I don't need that shield. So there's lots of these one-way walls and ceilings and floors, and you have to know which way you can go through. You can kind of tell, so you can see that the thin walls are usually on one side of the bigger walls. You can kind of tell which way you'll be able to pass through, but it's still a bit tricky. This boss, pretty easy, as long as you don't get hit by the spores. And here's another boss. This one also very quick to defeat. His fireballs are pretty strong if they do hit you, but also he really doesn't take a lot of hits. The item here. And now we're gonna have to work our way through this maze again. Come on, jump. Oh, lots of these have spawned up there. Okay, at least I can go around. There we go. Now I have to jump through a small gap up there. Can be a bit tricky sometimes. Okay. And get into this door over a lava pit. This the next boss. It's not the small spiders, it's a big spider on top. But there's also a key item over there that I want to get first. Oh, there goes my shield. Climb. Ah, too slow. Okay, let's try it from the other wall. Go. Okay, that's the actual boss up here. Okay, one more boss. It's a swarm again. No! Oh, lucky. Oh. That was fast. So I was worried if when you get the blue heart, the barrier item, the red heart on top will slowly come over to you, slowly float to you, and if you get hurt before it reaches you, you don't get the shield. Which I was worried would have happened this time, but I think it didn't, but then they got rid of my shield very quickly anyway. Oh, you're still alive, there we go. That's another stage done, that's stage 4 of 6 completed. We've got a pretty good pace here, so I think it's gonna be 36, maybe 40 minutes. Depends on how the last stage goes mainly. So here we get the vine theme again and some ancient architecture. I guess I could explain the game's story according to the manual. So even though my character looks like a barbarian, this game takes place in the year 2104, I believe. And somehow a year ago aliens have invaded the planet and have built their base underground in the ruins of an ancient civilization or something. Here's another funny prank. Big lava pit that we have to get across several times, not just once. I can leave the key for now, because we'll get back to it a few times. I'm gonna leave some health items. Oh, no, get out of there. Oh great, 1 HP. I guess I'll grab the health items after all. Okay, there's another funny thing in this stage, which we'll get to in a bit. But first another swarm boss. The best position to fight this swarm is up there on the upper platform. It's kind of difficult to safely get there and safely stay there. We want this area here. There we go. And now jump up. Okay. Looking good. Or not. Oh, and there goes my barrier. Uh-oh. How to get out of this swarm? 1 HP. Oh, I guess that's gonna take another life here. Come on, get. So you can try to stay on the very right edge of this upper platform, but you'll constantly slip off and have to try to stay on. Or if you stay more on the left, the swarm will touch you. So let's see if the swarm dies first or I die first. Kinda. Come on. Okay, phew. Stressful fight. Maybe I shouldn't have grabbed those. So for the last boss in this stage, I don't want the fully upgraded weapon, but it's just a bit slower if I have the upgraded weapon. And here's the funny part in the stage: a big door maze. Who knows where all of these doors will go? Luckily, I do know. It's the next boss. Just want to get through here. Using the knockback to get through, otherwise it will always bounce you away. And now we have to jump across the pit again, and I've got 2 HP, so that's... Oh, I've got some items left, that's good. Okay, let's go. No, okay. 1 HP. Well, if I can make it into the next room, then that's at least a checkpoint. You always respawn in the last room. Okay, checking my notes, because I'm not entirely sure which door to go. It's the third on the left from the bottom. I can... Oh, okay. That's not too bad. We've got a few lives. These spawning enemies here will be a problem later, probably, because the last door I need is the one on the top right, and that's where all the enemies spawn, on the top. Got another boss room. There's our boss. Not very difficult. Looks kinda funny. Okay, yeah, that's not a hard fight. There's another little trap coming up here. Another lava pool that you have to get across. 4 HP, that's not looking good. As long as I can grab the key item, I guess it's fine. 1, 2. So I'm respawning with 4 HP, and there aren't any health items left. So either I try to make it across the lava pool and hope to get lucky, or I'll have to take a different door. So I've got the key item already, I guess I'll... Don't actually know, let me check for a second which door to take. Let's see here, so this one would go down, that's not really what I want. The other one goes... okay, well there aren't any really good options. I guess I can take this one. It's the better option still. to get across this pond again, of course. But that costs less health. And then we'll be able to get back to the door maze. Except... I have to get to the lower part of this, which means I need... that door there. Can't quite make the jump. Come on. Get up there. Okay. Let me get some items. Maybe I'm leaving one or two. In case something happens again. Okay, now I'm a little bit... unsure. Let's see. This one... Yeah, okay. And now I need the top door. There we go. Lucky. I was pretty early there, so all the monsters didn't spawn yet. One last boss down there. This spooky ghost. Oh, get the hit here. Okay, and I don't have the fire rock weapon. That's good, because the longer firing arc would actually make it harder to hit this boss once I'm in position. I wanna get to the left side here. There we go. Get up here. Grab the item. Grab the item. Okay, now we're set. So here the smaller firing arc is actually better. Much easier to hit the boss with. And that's stage 5. Just one stage left. The final boss is a real challenge, so we're going to do something here. I'd like to set up a glitch. So there's a way to become invincible. You can underflow your health, and it's not necessary for this stage or for the final boss, but it helps a lot with marathon safety. And also, it's just funny to do and to see, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna get my health down to 1, 2, 1, and then I need a good enemy spawn. I want an enemy to spawn in the upper room. There we go. Got an enemy up there. And then I want that enemy to hit me into the door. Perfect. So if you die, and while you die you fall into a door, you don't actually die. And then if you're at 0 health in that state and you pick up health, you're just normal again, you're fine again. But now my health has underflowed. You can see the health digit down there is just some sprite. Also my heart stands just around me here, just down here, but that can be fixed. I just pick up a barrier and it fixes itself. And now I'm invincible, basically. My health is underflowed. I guess if you take like 250 hits or something, you might still die, I'm not sure, never seen that. But it really helps with the final boss in this stage, which is a pretty risky fight. This fight here, not so risky. If I wouldn't be invincible, I would just hide here on the side when it's coming close. Of course, again, just the tiny weak point on this boss. Just the 2 cells that look different are actually vulnerable. I can jump around to the other side too. Try and get more hits in, but it probably doesn't really do that much. Bit of a long fight. Not as long as the final boss. That one takes a ton of damage. Come on, give it up already. There we go. In this stage I definitely want the fire rock for the end, and there's just like one extra torch, so you have to grab pretty much all torches. Up here also a nice little trap kinda. The key item is behind the door, so I have to fall over the door. Sometimes if you're unlucky you will fall into the door and then you have to go a long way around. Just wanna grab some stuff here. Especially all the torches and of course the key item, otherwise I can't finish the stage. Come on, come on, get over there. I guess I could leave the key item for later. We're gonna come back to this room in just a moment, so if I can't get the key item now I can grab it later. Alright, there we go. Okay, now we're going in here. And we're back in the same room, but now with the boss. This space wizard guy here that teleports around, his attacks can barely hit you. It's possible, but it's very unlikely. You almost never get a hit from these. You just have to hope that he teleports into a good position to get some hits from me. Okay, another boss dealt with. And we're going in this door, and we've seen this boss before. Oh, he shoved me into a door. Luckily it's not very far away. Okay, here we are. That's the good position. Okay, and all that's left is just the final boss now. I think just quick mental check. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Also, here's another funny thing. The platform under this door isn't a platform. You can fall through, you can't climb up through it, so it's a one-way wall, basically. You have to be very careful with getting into that door. Okay, here's the final boss. But first I want this key item, and also the torches. Because I need the fire rock to be able to hit this boss well. And then, let's see if how fast I can get out of this pit. So, you can climb out of here, but it's really weird and finicky. Sometimes it works in a second or two, and sometimes it takes forever. Come on, come out. If I wouldn't be invincible, then another quick way to get out would be to just take a death in lava. But also lives are precious. Okay, there we go. Now we're all set. Now we just need to do a ton of damage to this boss. And I need the fire rock because otherwise it's hard to hit him up there with a diagonal shot. You can hit him pretty well straight up, but that's harder to do. You'd have to basically chase after him the whole time. And yeah, he really takes a lot of hits, probably like 60 or something. So this is going to take a bit. And then after that I just have to jump into that door in the center. And that's gonna be it. Alright, jump. And that's it. Time. That's Fire Rock. A very good, very interesting game in my opinion. I really like it. I genuinely like weird, strange, obscure games. And now the underground base here weirdly dissolves. It kind of looks more like a glitch or something. It looks more digital than any real destruction. And credits. There we go. Mark Flint presents Fire Rock Part 1. Sadly the only part, but I guess they were ambitious and were just hoping that another thing would be made. I don't know. Mark Flint in general is a very mysterious person. Supposedly he's a Japanese developer and just using this as a pen name. And he likes to put his name on games. So there's a whole collection of games called all about Mark Flint. Apparently he made a lot of impressive PC-88, PC-98 games. Is the whole game in a tower? We are underground. This is underground in some kind of ancient ruins. Yeah, that's Fire Rock. That's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the GGs. I hope you enjoyed this great game. And if you haven't tried it, I really suggest trying it out for a little bit, because the controls, the way you bounce around and so on, that's no other game plays like this, I think. Yeah, that's it from me. Back to the host.